I slept terribly last night. Again, it was really cold. We were up at a mission camp about 8,000 feet. I think it was well below freezing, but I'm just kind of convincing me my cool system isn't really working out because I had everything I had on in order to just kind of keep warm. And again, it was well below freezing. We just sleep with our filters and so forth. But I can't say I got a whole lot of sleep last night, and then I ate something I didn't agree with me last night again. So I had to deal with that this morning. So today's going to be a bit of a struggle. I think we're looking to do about 20. I'm probably going to get into camp late. I'm just kind of struggling this morning. But again, hopefully, as the day goes on, to get a little more food in me, I'll start to feel a little bit better. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, the scenery around here is just beautiful. We're going to be in the mountains all day. 7,000 to 8,000 feet pretty much the whole day, so it's going to be pretty cold. But it is pretty. We're just going through all these, looks like lodgepole pines this morning. A little bit of burn, but it's just nice and beautiful open forest. So at least has that going for him. So hopefully I'll feel a little bit better over the course of the day. Right now I am dragging. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm so slow. But again, we'll make it through. We'll see how it goes. We're about one day out of town. I'll get a little bit more food in me, and hopefully that'll agree with me a little bit better with whatever I ate last night. So let's talk to you in a little bit. Well, it looks like I'm going to make it into camp after all. I'm just about a quarter mile out. Hopefully somebody else is there. The plan was to go about 20 miles today. And it was a bit of a struggle for me. Again, just trying to get that whatever I ate last night out of my system. And also just not sleeping. And to be honest, we're kind of pushing our bodies about right at the limit. So when things kind of go off like that, it's like, it becomes a real struggle. But again, today, it was just beautiful. I mean, the big open forests, and the wonderful vanilla smell of lodgepole pines just kind of like pulls you through. So, I started getting kind of down. I just started thinking about that, and then think about my sweetheart back home. I was able to call her, which is nice, and it's so cold. This quilt isn't really working out for me, so she's gonna send me my old sleeping bag, one I've used on other trips. And I've never been cold in that thing. If anything, it's a little too warm. And I'd rather be real too warm right now than too cold. You can always kind of stick your leg somehow out of the sleeping bag. So again, we got our last quarter mile. I'm just kind of enjoyed these last two steps, kind of taking it easy. And hopefully we'll see somebody else at the campsite. So it's Thursday the 31st. Got a good night's sleep last night. I feel so good. I was like fired up this morning running up the road. So yeah, I think I did the 4.5 miles into town, like an hour and a quarter. Just pretty good for me. So now I'm waiting for a hitch and kind of take my luck. Nope, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Most of the time you lose. But I'm hoping to get into town pretty quick. We'll see how it goes. I think everybody's waiting for me to have a breakfast. So.
Grizzly Bear Manor, you can check this out. They both have the blobs, and look at the size of the pancake. It's a challenge.
Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, March 1st, and we did get out of town yesterday, so town is always kind of an event. Unfortunately, I ate a little bit too much, well, way too much, going out of
the cafe in the morning. They had these pancakes which weighed over a pound, and then had all this other greasy food. And you know, at home I eat this like vegetarian diet, and yeah, sweetheart makes for me, and everything's always healthy, and there's local food and organic, and I go from that kind of diet to eating 1 pound pancakes and giant plates of hash browns and stuff, and my system did not like that, so I was like really hurting getting out of town. I could barely manage 9 miles coming out. So I stopped short actually of Aspen and Coop, and felt sick as a dog. I didn't know if I was gonna make it. I was in the depths of despair last night, but I woke up feeling really good. Today's gonna be an easy day. It's like, I think for me it's gonna be about 20 miles. A lot of it pretty cruisy. You can see the train behind me. It's just really easy. It's pretty in here. You know, it's just these enormous, oh my gosh, the biggest cedar trees I've ever seen are around here, and they're all over the place. They're beautiful. So we get to enjoy that. But again, it should be a pretty cruisy day. I'm feeling much better. I'm back to being hungry, which is good. I didn't even eat dinner last night. I was so sick. But I feel pretty good this morning, just a little weaker. It should be a cruisy day, so we'll see what the day brings. It's just another good day in PCT. You know, you kind of like just deal with these things as they come along, and that's part of it. The people who don't finish are the ones that, you know, don't find a way to deal with them, and the ones who do finish, you know, hopefully they've found a way to deal with whatever problems they've run into. So we'll talk to you a little bit later in the day. On trail slushy, a little bit of snow, and some meow. You can see where we're heading next week. There's Mount Baden-Powell right there. That little dot there. Looks like there's a bunch of snow on it, but we'll be going over it. Welcome Creek, that's our water for the rest of the day. Only 6.5 miles to go. Get to see some ponderosa pine finally. I think that's the pine cone for it. Check out this bridge. I think this is the Holcomb River Bridge. Oh hey!